honoring mothers, saying yes to love, growth, and letting go. What is the role of a mother? Motherhood is one of the most beautiful and stretching journeys we can experience. Yet, society often places impossible expectations on mothers. We hear labels like helicopter mother, workaholic, perfectionist, struggling, single. As a result, many opinions surrounding parenting has many of us quietly asking ourselves, am I enough? Am I loving my children the right way? But this Mother's Day, I want to remind every mother, children are gifts from God, and mothers, both biological and non-biological, were chosen to help nurture these gifts. So, to every mother, thank you for saying yes. Yes to carrying life. Yes to sleepless nights. Yes to sacrifice. Yes to learning as we go. And yes to eventually letting your children grow into who they were created to be. Motherhood is not perfection. It is love, surrender, growth, and trust. Does it take a village to raise a child? There is an old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I believe this deeply. In previous generations, communities helped raise children. Today, however, many mothers carry the responsibility largely on their heads, their own, and it can feel overwhelming. We are grateful to have the support in raising our children. As parents, we often wonder, how do we love our children so they can become who they were meant to be? Sometimes the answer is simpler than we think. It begins with observing them, listening to them, and treasuring who they already are. Scripture gives us a beautiful example in Luke 2:51 to 52. His mother treasured all these things in her heart. And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Mary paid attention to who Jesus was becoming. As mothers, we are called to do the same. Are we seeing the gifts in our children? Children often reveal their gifts early. Our daughter loves to perform. I found a video of us dancing when she was only 1 or 2 years old. She watched my movements carefully, followed along, and then confidently added her own little steps. No one taught her how to do this. It came naturally. Even now, after performing, she bows and claps herself, whether anyone else does or not. There is something beautiful about that confidence and joy. She requires no one to validate her. Our son is different. He's observant and intuitive. He notices details many adults miss. Often, he becomes the family videographer, capturing moments from angles I would never think about. Different traits, different gifts, different callings. Both deserve to be seen. And they do many other things without being taught well. Sometimes we become so busy building careers, chasing goals, or surviving daily life that we overlook the gifts quietly growing inside our homes. Motherhood is more than simply providing food, clothing, shelter, and education. These speaks only to physical and mental needs. Children also need nurturing emotionally, spiritually, relationally, and recreationally. Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. That is wholeness. What did our mothers teach us through love? As we reflect on motherhood, many of us remember the quiet sacrifices our mothers made. I remember warm meals before going to school and walking home at lunchtime to drink the cornmeal porridge she prepared. I remember Sundays filled with rice and peas, meats or fish, homemade juices, baked treats, and laughter. She helped with homework and spelling lessons, which landed me at the top of the class. She made sure I had all my textbooks, attended parent teachers meeting, and supported my learning in every way she could. At the time, those things felt ordinary. Now I understand they were acts of love. My mother said yes to bringing me into the world, loving me the way she knew how, and eventually letting me go so I could become. Whatever she could not provide, God provided through other people and through His grace. And for that, we are grateful. How non-biological mothers impact us. Motherhood is not limited to biology. Throughout our lives, God placed incredible women around us who nurtured, encouraged, corrected, and supported us. Teachers, mentors, family members, friends, community. To every woman who has ever helped shape another person's life, thank you. You matter more than you know. What is our children teaching us? One thing motherhood has taught me is that children are not only here to be taught. Sometimes they are here to teach us too. When our daughter was about 1, every day around noon, she would bring me her shoes. That was our signal that it was time to go outside. At first, I thought it was a simple routine. Over time, I realized something deeper. She was helping me to slow down. You see, I was a workaholic, constantly on the go. We live in a culture that constantly tell us to keep pushing and keep producing. For years, I believe business meant productivity. Often, it was simply distraction. Children remind us to rest, laugh, play, and be present. Sometimes, while we are trying to raise our children, God is using our children to raise us too. No wonder they are called gifts. Are we giving ourselves and others grace? Many mothers carry guilt. Guilt for working too much, resting too little or too much, struggling or not feeling perfect enough. But motherhood was never meant to be perfect or carried alone. God did not ask mothers to be everything. He asked us to trust Him. Where people fall short, Jesus fills the gap. Whatever may have been missing in our lives, love, support, encouragement, healing, God is able to restore. This Mother's Day, let us honor our mothers, the women who nurtured us, and ourselves for continuing to grow. And for those who aspire to be mothers, plan, but it's never the perfect time. Try not to allow the enemy to kill, steal, and destroy what is rightfully yours. Motherhood is not about perfection. It is about presence, love, and trusting God enough to nurture the gifts He placed within our children and ourselves. To every mother, we honor you, we thank you, and we celebrate you today and every day. Happy Mother's Day. With love, Sanchia and T.